back to another Commercial Trucking Chronicles. I'm your boy Squizzy. I'm back with another edition. Commercial Trucking Chronicles. Closer and closer to the New Year. Christmas is another. There's another 24 hours. Well, no, tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Um, so the question is, are you done shopping, or is there a delay as far as deciding whether or not you want to go out and spend the money? That's what I had to do. I had to think it over. I was trying to push it out. Like, in fact, I'm not going to. I'm actually, preparing. Um, I got a flight to catch, and so yeah, I'm kind of worried, and I'm not worried. Don't for anybody that watches this, it's pray that I have traveling mercy. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't, I don't really want to fly as much as I've flown and stuff. I've flown quite a few times, flying for a while. You know, for a while. I just don't like to fly. Um, I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to drive myself to the airport. I'm not bringing any gifts because they charge too much. That's the thing. Right? I'm just going to carry on. I'm not stuck for a week. I'm going for a week. Just me. No, I'm not leaving the country. I'm on a domestic flight. Spend some time with my daughter. Call ahead, just put my TSA in there, so because I don't even know these airports. I'm not trying to be stand. That's why I have a TSA, so I don't have to stand in the front line. But just hoping that there's no flight delays and stuff like that. And if you guys are traveling for this holiday, you know, just say leave early. Just leave early, just in case. All that better be safe than sorry. That's pretty much the rule of thumb. How's that? Legend, I appreciate you for letting me know, man. How you doing? How you doing? Can you hear me now? Is that better? Yeah, thumbs up if that's better. And y'all hit the like button, please. I appreciate you. It's a hell of a jail cell. Hammerhead, the Bassett, free Unc. I know, right? Get me out of here. Get me up out of here. Yeah. But yeah, like I'm saying, man, I appreciate that, yo. If I was locked up, man, I know you'll be my voice. You know what I'm saying? Cher Burns. Yeah, we are. I mean, I did a tour too. You know what I'm saying? I did a tour myself, back in the days. No fun at all. Uh huh. Oh God, yeah, I know. But ain't you smell that? That's freedom. That's that freedom boy smell good too. I got a whiff of that back in the days. I ain't never tried to no more. No more sad. Yeah. Free grandma. Yeah, man. Um, that's wild. You know what I'm saying? Krista Castle says Snoop Dogg. I look like Snoop. Garcia Bernard. How you doing? Where you guys from? Yo, y'all hit the like button on your way in too, man. Smash the like, man. I will push it out to more people. Georgia, okay. Got the A in the house. Oh, yeah, Atlanta. Down in Atlanta. You got some more people in here. Randy. Randy Work. What's up? What's up, Randy? Peace and blessings to you. Appreciate you for coming in. Hit that like button for me, brother. Yeah, that's what's up. Garcia said, but Bernard is in the bed chilling. That's what's up. Hey, man. I laid up quite a few days, man, when I was in pain myself, man. So I know what it is to kind of just chillax, you know, get you some good rest. YT Cole, what's up, YT Cole? Y'all not doing no traveling for the holidays? I got a flight to catch in, like, I'm leaving out on Christmas Day. Trying to, like, beat the, RZA out. RZA out of 7. What's good with you? Smash the like from you, huh? He said, I look like Snoop. I'm not gonna lie. Snoop got, I don't look like that. But if you think so, the Gladiators, what's good? I appreciate y'all for coming in here, man. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, yo, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a safe holiday, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're traveling, I wear a thing that when I stand and walk for a second, I feel lightheaded. What does that mean? What? Man, dude, I've been having this weird thing. That means your blood pressure is probably high. You know what's good for that? I have high blood pressure myself, but I don't get lightheaded. RZA, somebody at my door. Crazy girl. Hey, what's up? My daughter. She bit me. She bit you? Yeah. Appreciate the like. What's up out there? This is my 5th live. RZA out of 7. I appreciate you, man, for subscribing to the channel and coming into the live. Where you from? That's the real question. You one of the supporters. You support the channel. Let's see, you got other comments. New Orleans, okay, New Orleans. Ah, from the water. Yeah, okay. Blood pressure problem, probably too high. Yeah, the blood pressure is a little high, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you what I drink. This is what I got for that, because I have blood pressure. It's right in the refrigerator, right? See that? That's like celery, not celery, lemons, cucumbers, water. Then that's spring water because I got the filtered water. Because I don't drink the water that's just regular tap. You know what I'm saying? That right there is good for you too, man. It's an antioxidant, but stuff like that is good for your health. And don't drink sodas. Stay away from sodas. If you drink coffee, and I always get up here on my lives and be talking about coffee, drink decaffeinated coffee and go see a physician, man. I used to have high blood pressure, pound. I used to stand up and see stars. Damn. Well, I hope and pray everything get better for you, man. Florida life. Florida's life. Would you rather hit the Powerball jackpot tomorrow night, 1.7 billion, huh? Guaranteed from God, or be given the ability to bring back one loved one that'll be here in the flesh and healthy? That's a good question. Because, I miss my mother, man. We all got somebody that we would love to bring back. Um, that's a tough one. Because tragedy could strike, at any time for any of us, even if we bring somebody back, could all turn around and lose them again. Because it's guaranteed. Only a couple things are too guaranteed in life, taxes and death. It's real talk. But if we bring that person back, they might, we're gonna lose them again. You get that Powerball, you're gonna pay those taxes. So I'd rather give the government the finger and bring my people back, even if it's for a short period of time, because there's still things that I wish I could tell my mother. But then if I can get the money and say, screw the government, catch me if you can, I'm not paying you shit, I'll do that too. You know what I'm saying? But that's a good question. I like that. What was that? I like that. Yeah, full life. That was I was being honest, of course. I think my boy about to come through. Holla at me. Yo, y'all hold on for 1 minute. I got somebody come through. Give me 1 second. It's my boy.
What's up, James? How you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. Happy holidays to you.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on, feature 1 second.
You traveling for the holidays?
No, I'm gonna be in town, man. So just call me if you need me.
All right.
Call me if you need me, brother. Good to see you.
Yeah, man.
My man.
Be safe out here.
You know it. You know it. Let me know if you need me anything else, bro.
All right.
All right, man.
Yeah, Santa Claus just came through. All right, yeah. So, I got this flight. Like I was saying, I gotta catch this flight. Um, and I'm gonna go visit my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Your mother, I know, is the world. Yes, yes. Rest in peace. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. I really do. And the holidays is here too. It's tough because I don't have neither one of my parents around no more. My pops is gone too. My mother's gone too. Same for my wife. She lost her mother and she lost her father too. And so it's these are sensitive time for her because December 1st was her mother's birthday, and so that was kind of really hard just going into the to this season right here, man. So I'm sure if she could bring back somebody, she would do the same. She would have the same. She probably would have the same, or she, want the same thing. But yeah, you guys. I was just wondering if anybody got any travel plans, man. What's going on? Because, like I said, I'm hands off. Okay. what you don't understand right now is okay. Later you will. God is good, and there's a reason. Like these seasons. Exactly. Safety, traveling. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And for the wisdom, I thank you for that too, man. I give him a like for that. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Just somebody go in the chat and like that comment right there. But that's a real one. So SAL Slam not G. I can't say it. Hello. Salam, is that Salam? Salam Najee. Salam Najee. Did I say that right? Hello, I hope you become famous because in this day and age, travel become furious. I hear you on that one. It is kind of cool. It's tough out here. The atmosphere that we living in right now, the day and time that we living in right now is just really just a lot of it's a lot of chaos, man. Homeless woman says hi. How you doing? Hey, welcome to the live. I appreciate you for coming. I've been subscribed to all and like this stream. God bless and happy holidays to you and your family. Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for that, man. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna be here I'm not gonna be here at the house. I'm traveling to go see my daughter and my her husband and stuff. I'm gonna be up there with them. And salam, 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 salam. Peace and blessings. Salam alaikum. Um, and So yeah, and I'm going back home. Really, actually, I usually try to go back up there. Thank you, appreciate it, sir. Salam, appreciate that. So I try to go and spend as much time with them as I can, because I miss her. You know what I'm saying? I miss my daughter. She misses me because she called me every day, just about. And so, um, I got 4 kids too. So I got 2 boys and 2 girls. It's one thing when you can get everybody together and stuff around the holidays, but since my son's a truck driver like myself, but he drives cross country, he calls me, he talks to me for hours, and that's cool. He might come through, swing through if he's come back this way, but I'm not gonna be here because I'm gonna go up there, spend some time with my daughter, you know, see some of my old high school friends and stuff like that that's still around. We lost a lot of people, so enjoy broadcast. All right, I appreciate it, Salam. Salam alaikum, man. Be safe. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for leaving those comments. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the good wishes, the safe, wishing me well and the family and stuff, man. And likewise, you got to you and your family as well, extended the same blessings. All right, and safety. I think I ain't gonna miss some good cooking because my she's a banging cook, right? My daughter can cook too, but I'm going up there and well, um, her well her husband their family they're Dominican, so they're having a big thing. They're having a big so I'm gonna have some Dominican food. So I'm looking forward to that. Shout out to all my Boricuas. You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I just gotta, I gotta get up there to be with them. But Slay, I should, I should do I should, I should do I. Time him out. You gotta time me out, brother. I put that user in timeout. There you go. For a whole 24 hours, buddy. See ya. So, yeah, now, right now, hey, I just gotta say this one thing to y'all. Okay. 2026, right? I'm almost certain that this daggone country is about to go to WW3. I'm almost certain. Cause old boy that lost his mind. If they don't get him out of there, which they trying to do, they just AI is crazy. My daughter just sent me a picture the other day of her and POTUS, and it was fake. I thought it was real. So a lot of this stuff that's on the news and everything, you got to be careful with AI because it's hard to decipher what is real from what's fake these days. You're hearing stuff all over the news. I mean, I don't know what to believe no more, man. So we just got to really, really keep our eyes, keep your head on a swivel, man, especially if you're traveling. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's just really it, man. Do you know the meaning of peace be upon you? Its meaning? Yes, assalamu alaikum. I can speak Arabic. Assalamu alaikum. I used to make salat and everything, dog. Voodoo and all of that. You're saying, oh, you're not deaning? Every day is a dean. You know? Every day. Yeah. But I'm just like the world that we live in right now, this everything is like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But this is what I say, right? We can't let those peoples that are in the upper controlling everything or whatever turn uh humanity, all of humanity against each other. With all these difference, we're all different, but we're one and the same. We bleed blue, right? We're one and the same. So that's why I would never feed into the narrative of, what I'm saying, like you're not, we're not brothers. You know what I'm saying? All of us. I don't preach hate up here. I know that there's crazy people out there. We got a crazy president. You know what I'm saying? There's a crazy mayor somewhere, right? Some people are in a relationship with some crazy people. That's not going. That's probably that doesn't change anything. Um, just hope these people get some help, the help that they need. You know what I'm saying? Um, East Yeast says the best president ever. We support MAGA and see, I told you, there's crazy people everywhere. Don't take offense to what I just said. I'm just saying, man. There's crazy people everywhere. I think the crazy man has gone. He's senile now, old and crazy now. Really. Um, I don't like talking bad about people, but sometimes you just gotta spit the truth, man. Look, if and this is just my personal opinion, if I had, I don't know, 20, 30 felonies, right? Filed bankruptcy so many times, um, been in and out of marriages and all of that stuff, um, seen with pedophiles and all this other crazy stuff, would you vote for me? I don't know how he tricked everybody to vote for him. I don't know how he tricked. He literally tricked people to vote for him. Um, a lot of people have these things that they run on, like, okay, this is what we will do. I feel it because a lot of people turning on him now to say, I voted for you. I thought you was going to do this and this and that. When it comes down to that, I would say this. Um, this government is made up of more than just one person leading the country. You know what I'm saying? You got the Senate. You know what I'm saying? You got Congress, the House of Representatives, your state. All these people, right? If they can't come together and agree on bipartisanship when it comes to any law or something that people are trying to vote or enact is a bill and then it becomes a law or whatever. If you can't everybody's so divided, right? That system does not work. That system will not work. It's only going to stall progress. You know what I'm saying? That's why they can't never meet deadlines. They can't. It just don't make sense. The government monopolizes things that belong to it. Yes, it's like I said. Taxes. Um, there's there. These people would rather ignore that we have before there's affordability problem. Let's look at homelessness, right? And as a truck driver, I've been all over the country, right? When I went out to Oregon, and I was up in like San Francisco and all these places over out in California, I could not believe what I saw. I literally never seen it on back here on the East Coast where I live to that degree. You know what I'm saying? My heart was so heavy, it just felt crazy. Like it was a whole different presence out there in Oregon. And this is probably like last time I've been out there, it was almost about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So way too much taxes are wasted and abused. You got that right. We should be rich AF. Just being born here and working a job. Yeah, you're right. Because over the years, if you look at it, a person's uh, yearly, your average salary, your yearly. Cameron Brown says Trump 28. Okay, we'll see about that. All right. If you look at a person's yearly income, earnings, yep, year to date, at the end of the year, like now, go get your pay stub. Look at year to date, right? How do you trap some of that money? It's like going like this on the beach with sand, picking it up like this. You better close your hands. It's going to slip between your fingers. The money, it gets away from you. And you're like, well, let me look around, see what do I have? If I didn't invest it, there's definitely nothing there. If I went out and bought something, it don't even look like I got enough stuff. Say I make 100,000 a year. If you buying things, you need to have a whole bunch of stuff in your house by the end of the year. As a truck driver, you notice the difference between regions. Poor areas are neglected by the government. It's all about taxation. You're right.
It's all about taxation. It's all about, because they got to get theirs. They want to get their municipalities. You know what I'm saying? It's the bureaucratic bullshit, bureaucracy. If you're trying to go down there and pull a permit, red tape, fees. Inspector comes out. You're gonna charge you to come out there. He might not even pass your inspection. They're lining their pockets. Capitalism. But homelessness, now if you think about it shouldn't even exist. I know that there are a lot of people that are just living, out here, um, have mental illness and stuff like that. There's all these different people that might have, a lot of those programs, rehabilitation centers, and outpatient rehabs rather than inpatient or inpatient rehab facilities. I remember I used to want to buy property and give it to the government to help for um, people that were struggling with drug abuse, and as an alternative to incarceration, so that they can use the property, get some counselors in here, with NA and stuff, to help people come, get their lives cleaned up. I have family members that have been. I lost my aunt, to heroin addiction. I was very young. I, I've seen a lot, bro. I've seen a lot. I've seen so much. Traumatized by a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was strong headed, and I thank God, with some uh, car vendor. Would you rather take the road trip to somewhere who never stops talking or smells really bad? I've been there. I work to drug addiction, so I wanted to do. I always have wanted to get a property. So, well, you can make money with the state because the state will pay for the beds, right? And that's tax money. That tax money, right? So I just want to do that. This story can help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's just the power of their testimony maybe can help somebody that can relate to them, and then they could become, the recovering addicts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been to programs, meetings, and stuff like that before because I had to do it. Part of a anger management thing they sent me to because I said, well, you're gonna take this, that, and the other. So I'm like, I do what judge tell me to do. I go and sit down and listen to these people and sit in these rooms, and I would learn from them. I never would look down at anybody. But now the long road trip, I was running back and forth to Cali with a guy, right? It was his truck, right? This is before, and this is why I started my company. He never liked to stop. We're doing teams. He never liked to stop. And I'm like, bro, I'm taking a shower. I don't care what you say. I'm driving. It's my turn. I got my time to take my break. And we were in El Paso, Texas. El Paso, yeah, right there on Route 10, where you could see the border wall. So I go inside to take a shower, and then he comes in, he's like, yo, I'll come back and get you. He want to keep going. He gonna keep going because he don't want. Now we're ahead, mind you, we're ahead of schedule. But he was just the type of dude that just never really wanted to stop. And he had other trucks. He had about 6 trucks. And he's like, you don't want to ride with me? I was like, I really didn't want to ride with you. The other dude, I would rather ride with him. He was from Atlanta. He was mad cool. And me and him got along. You know what I'm saying? So, and we took our breaks, and you know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody tripping. But if like, say he went home and he stayed sometime, dude like, well, Gramico, his name was Gramico. He's from Atlanta. He was like, Gramico's not, me and you are gonna run is that okay? And I was like, That time I was like, all right, yeah, I'll go with you. I did. So, like I said, he comes in the truck stop while I'm getting ready to go get in the shower because I had to, wait till one became available. And I was just getting ready to go over. He comes over there talking about, oh, I'm gonna come back and get you and so. Just get a hotel room and yada yada yada. So I was like, bro, if you leave me here, you'll never see me again, man. You know what I'm saying? You'll never see me again. I'm driving you minutes to get a shower. You can get in there yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, um, mm-hmm. You from Yemen? I got a homeboy from Yemen up in the mountains over there. So, dude left, and I got a hotel room. I caught a Greyhound bus that night. I think it was that night. No, I stayed in the hotel. The next morning, I caught a Greyhound. I was home by the time he was coming back with the load. And he tried to call me like, yeah, I'm coming back through there. Did you get a hotel room? And I told him, I was like, bro, I'm home, man. What are you talking about? I'm not gonna stay out here. You ain't gonna leave me nowhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't leaving me. Then you left me in El Paso, Texas. Like, it's dangerous out there. And I ain't have no kind of nothing on me. You know what I'm saying? To protect myself for nothing, if any case of anything. So he left. He had left me. I mean, he didn't just, dub. He came in the truck. So I grabbed my stuff out of there. I was like, wait, let me get my bags and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that when I came back, that's when I bought my first truck. I didn't do it that day, but you know what I'm saying? I had already had my eyes on the truck. I think I was probably at that time, I already put a down payment. I just was paying the dude. And then I eventually paid off and got that truck and started my own authority. Then I had got my own authority, I had my DOT and everything. Then I tried to sign on with him. So I was like, I could use your authority to, get loads under you and stuff. Long story short, he had brand new Kentworths, this dude. He winded up, he paid a few of them off, but so many people started leaving his little small company that he was doing. He wound up losing like a lot. He had brand new trailers. He was buying reefer trailers. He was making money, but he was just going and financing everything because he was banking on people staying working for him. And I guess people just wasn't. I mean, after he did me the way he did me, I guess people heard about that, and then they just was like, just leaving home. And then he winded up just kind of, he's still running. He's running himself in the ground. He was like, do you mind if I use your logs? Like he would act like he was a team driver because he would switch over and get on my logs. And I told him, no, you can't use my logs. You can't use my, log in as if you me. So I had to call Keep Trucking and tell them like, yo, because when I started my thing, I was like, yo, if anybody's using my logs, you know what I'm saying, they breaking the law because I'm not authorizing nobody to sign in under my email address. And so they had went in and changed the system. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot when you're doing that. It's a lot, man. Taxi car drivers will lose everything. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if you don't lose everything, you're gonna lose just about everything. I have taxes that I owe, but I still got my trucks because I paid cash for it. I paid them all off. But you know, I thank God, nothing happened to me, bro, when I was out there, man. Tragic, man. It's a hard knock life for a truck driver, man. You know, and if your brother over here from Yemen and he's driving, and he gotta make sure if he's still here and he's still driving, because they're doing a lot of, I mean, the FMCSA is cracking down on a lot of stuff when it comes to the trucking industry. So as long as he's squeaky clean and he's doing what he got to do, he can make the money. If he's not messing with the wrong people and he's messing with the right people, he gonna make money. You know what I'm saying? I can't read that. I know it goes from left to right or right to left. I know it goes from right to left, but I can't read that. So anyway, going into the new year, I want to wish everybody prosperity. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg, if he never made it. Wills. Wills 35 says Snoop Dogg if he never made it. Yo, I wish everybody have a safe and prosperous, you know, because of taxes on one hand and traffic violations on the other, and tolls, IFTA, fuel tax, as if we're not paying enough. Let me lower my voice, man. You got me ready to start spazzing up here. You know, low board fees, you know, all of that stuff, man. They robbing people. A lot of brokers are just corrupt, bro. I think I think the brokers, I don't know, man. You know, when I started out, it was good. I was making very good money, man, and living the dream, man. You know, it felt real good to be able to and be a owner operator. You know what I'm saying? And then I had cash equipment, so I was seeing all the money. And I had a couple people that was coming working with my son. I put him on. My son-in-law, my daughter. My daughter says, "Dad, I got a good idea. Manny can go get his license, and then he can work for you." I was like, "Yeah, it sounds like a plan." I got him in some of my videos, me and my son-in-law. So I had my son-in-law and my oldest boy. We were doing good. It was a good feeling to be able to create those opportunities for even family. You know what I'm saying? And then I had a couple of my friends that was helping me. Next thing you know, the industry turned on us. Brokers, they turned on us. We providing the goods. We bringing y'all the services. And y'all don't want to pay? You see what I'm saying? It made it real. They was squeezing that dollar, man. I'm like, man, I'm not running this, man. You crazy as hell. For how much you want to pay? Shit. But I would tell you, the money's in the government loads. If you point anything for the United States government, there lays the money. You know what I'm saying? I pulled a few of them. I pulled some military loads. I did some commissary for them. I picked up some alcohol and brought it to their commissary down in Texas on the base. So they got because they sell alcohol. They got liquor store and stuff like that on their premises on the base. You know what I'm saying? So that liquor load was paying real good. I moved some of their equipment. That was paying phenomenal. I didn't even go far, and I made a killing. That wasn't a home run. That was a grand slam. You know, I was calling that broker back like, "Yo, you got any more loads like that?" So that's where the money's at, man. And I look forward to get back into it. Hopefully, if they could figure out what they're going to do with this, with this interest rate on everything, and fuel is high. I just went to go get some today, of course. People probably going to the pump every day, man. You can fill your tank. It depends where you're going, but the gas don't last, man. It don't last. I got a big truck, like my pickup truck. I'm not the big truck. My pickup truck is 2,500. You know what I'm saying? Heavy duty. It's a Silverado, and I got a big tank. So I'm always throwing like $30 in there, and I go, "Why don't you just fill it?" I'm not going nowhere, but to and from work. But it seems like I gotta keep throwing 30 in there. You know? So it just everything is costly, and when the fuel starts to come back down because taxes on, yeah, man, it's not a game, man. It's pay to breathe soon. Shit, we already paying to breathe. Look, man, don't hold your breath on that one, man, because like you said, it's getting crazy. They're looking for ways to try and, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm waiting for the Clarity Act to be passed. You know what I'm saying? Because The country is in so much debt. You want to talk about debt? That's why everybody got these high. That's why we are suffering the way we suffer, right? Because we're in so much debt. The big banks that got bailed out, all of them dudes they need to all be thrown in jail, man. That's just because the way they rob you. Now listen to this. Say you get $100, just hypothetically, I'm gonna say $100. After this is say you gross 100. Well, you ain't going to net that, so they're going to tax that, right? So these are the financial institutions. This is the government. They got to get theirs. So that 100 already before you touch it, after you don't work for it. Come on, man. I mean, I could break it down. We already know how this go, right? They ain't even got to put a gun to your head. They taking what you got, and you're forced to work. Because if you don't work, you don't eat, and that's Bible, right? Taxes that Wills 35 says tax that till you get sore. Yeah, tax that till you get sore. Tax that all on the floor. Tax that. Yeah. Because that's what it is, man. They came up with this tax thing, man, that don't allow you no room to breathe. Like, so, once we start trading the money, using the money to pay for things, right? Things, and a lot of us are consumers of things, right? Um, yeah, a tax that. Right? So we got all these things. That's why I say you look around. If you got 100,000, you make $100,000 a year, and then you probably ain't going. You say, well, I made 100K this year, and you look around, see what you got at the house. And it don't look like $100,000. And you do this year after year after year, 3, 4, 5 years, I was at a job for 4 or 5 years. I mean, $100,000 every year, 4 or 5. Look around the house, you ain't got too much, and like still got the same old furniture. You know what I'm saying? Unless you kind of like swapping things out and then paying for other things. The clothes, all that stuff is depreciated, man. Ain't none of that stuff worth holding on to, man. So when I go out and buy it, but there's some things we do kind of, I would say if you got washer and I need a new washing machine, a washer and dryer. Um, the washer broke, so I was like, well, we get it fixed. You know what I'm saying? Can't find the parts. So now we gotta go to laundromat. The dryer's still holding, still works. But these are a lot of these things that wind up buying. But back to the money. Start out with 100, they tax that. Take $90 or whatever. You go to the bank, say you don't bank there. you say you get a check instead of direct deposit. Say you get a check, and you go to the bank where it's issued at. Well, since you're not a member here, we got to tax you now. How much is it to cash my check? It's $90 because they took 10 already. I grossed 100, so I ain't seeing that 100. And then the 90, I ain't even gonna see that because before I can get the money in my hand, I gotta pay at the bank because I don't bank there. Then when I go to the ATM, you say, okay, this is what I do. So I take the money and I put it on my card. Well, there's a fee to load it onto the card, right? So it's getting less and less now, right? So now once I go and put it on the card, plans, absent. Supposedly breaks down after so long as you make. Yeah, well, defaulty equipment. They're gonna. It's like these cars, and it depreciates as soon as you drive off the lot. But So I'll load the money onto the card. It's gonna cost me to load the money onto the card. If I'm not, and well, anything I buy, I'm getting taxed. So I ain't getting the full, dollar for dollar. And if I use an ATM machine, depending on if it's the same ATM machine that's within the pool, um, could be up to $6. If you're some places you're paying if you're at the casino, forget about it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you guys don't smoke cigarettes. If you do, I urge you to quit. I quit. This is my 3rd year. And the price of those things, jeez, I don't know how you do it. I seen a guy today who was standing outside of the store, and I just tell everybody that smokes to quit. Because, oh, you just say that because you quit. Well, people told me to quit. There were people saying, man, you need to get them things up. I finally listened, So there was a guy that was standing outside the store, and he's always standing out there in front of the store. So, it didn't surprise me to see him. And as I walked out the store, he lit the cigarette and smoke blew in my face. I was like, oh, man. I said, you need to quit them things, man. He said, I like cigarettes. I said, well, you going to mess around and you shortening your life. I said, and it make you smell bad. I said, if you're going to smoke, keep some cologne on you. So, I'm just saying, man, it was. Did you know that the owner of the largest ATM machine is Yemen? No, I didn't know that. Really? What? He getting paid. He getting paid. That's what's up. Could be one. Okay, I'm back. Okay. And I might see Sammy if I go back up north. When I get back up there, I'm going to stop by their store. And see, there's some cool dudes, bro. I used to hang out in their store every day. So I was there every day. I was there every day from early in the morning till, I'm in the store. I'm behind the counter. I'm like, and those are my boys. They were from Yemen. Real good people, man. Real good people. So look, it's coming up on an hour that I've been up here, man. Can you turn that light back on, please? Because I definitely need this light. I don't need these lights off. Yeah, leave the lights on. Yeah, I need that light so y'all can see my face and stuff. Anyway, I want to thank everybody that joined me over here. I'm trying to make sure I keep something coming to y'all. I know you got a lot of people. It's not a lot, but we growing over here, and I appreciate you guys that have been following me. That's coming back into these lives, and letting me know that Salam. I'm saying, been here quite a few times. I acknowledge that. Appreciate that. And everybody else was my man Will and this other guy. What about up here? Let me see. I got another question for you before we end this thing. And depending on the response, maybe I won't end it so quick. I did mention the Clarity Act because you guys know I'm big into the. I'm not big into it, but the crypto thing, man. Any of you guys, how you feel about that? I mean, I know they got the BRICS nations. I know these are the other nations. They don't want to trade in keep it busy, Swizzy. That's what's up. Appreciate that, Will. 35 Wills. So what do you think? Like, I know they're saying, they passed, the president is crypto friendly. He got his own coin, and we supposed to be going to the moon. I hope he ain't lying, man, because dude be lying, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting over here holding on to this bag, waiting for it to pop. Everybody seems like everybody else making money out. Nancy Pelosi and all that. You know what I'm saying? down on them, Donald Trump, Barron Trump, all these guys get talking about buy this and buy that and buy this, and they making all this. Or what about the Clarity Act? Oh, they changed the laws so that now they can. I think what they want to do. This is my personal opinion about it. They know that don't nobody want to trade with the U.S. dollar no more. They know they're trying to get away from the U.S. dollar, the petrodollar. They're over there stealing people's oil. This is all behind the petrodollar. In case you don't know, the dollar dominance, it's going down, and they know it. The banks, that's why I say all of them, they're grimy. They've been robbing people. They know that they ain't getting bailed out no more. They know they have the SWIFT banking system. They gotta go digital. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna lose their grip. They already lost it because they didn't want to keep up with innovation, while other nations were developing. Because of what they do, they pushed all the innovation out the country. They were trying to sue everybody. Everybody that was with the, blockchain, or what I'm saying, trying to develop new new ways of the new financial system and stuff like that. Trying to get these people over here, these stiff neck, old fogies in Congress that they got all the money. Wall Street, they lying. We ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about. So it snuck up on them. It snuck up on them. These other nations done found a way to trade. You can't sanction them no more. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about your tariffs, right? And it's crazy because like y'all really had to, you got to take the back seat now. Why they're just really trying to, put laws and regulations in place, put these regulations in place that's going to allow them to control the money, the digital money. And so it's kind of a little too late for that, even though I believe that Brad and them, Garlinghouse and, the Ripple team or Ripple Labs and them, like they are here, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Like you talk about Ripple or Zerps. I'm saying Zerps. That's the, you know. Um, Other nations, they're using that to switch in and out of, they like the Yuan and the yen and the euro. The digital euro is being switched, but it's being settled through Europe's on the back end. That's the secret sauce to all of this. It's not Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody trying to hurry up and stockpile Zerps. You know, I mean, I could tell you I was getting in when it was like 12 cents, 5 for $1, so it was 20 cents back then. Like I loaded up because I saw what the tech was about. And I knew what it was. I knew what Bitcoin was because I had Bitcoin too. But I knew that Bitcoin wasn't the one because you could tell. If you study this stuff, if you know what it is, if you know what the use case is, what it was, how it was developed, what it was developed for. You already know. Like, nah, it's not going. It's too slow. It's not going. It's not going to solve the problems that the banks have. It's a store of value. It is not there to replace the dollar. Sorry. Not saying don't get it, but it's too late. You get it now, you'd be a fool. And I don't want to call anybody a fool, but that's like being late to the party. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't have plenty of fun with that. But the ZERPs, we waiting for that to pop. And once this Clarity Act is passed, they keep pushing kicking the can down the road. They keep kicking the can down the road, right? See, now we're over an hour. You're not going to be able to keep kicking that can down the road. You're going to wake up one day and this thing is going to be, I've heard I don't care what I heard, the price predictions, because they can give you all these price predictions. Oh, it's going to be, it is going to be more than Bitcoin. Of course it is. It has more use cases. It has more, you know what I'm saying? If you know, and you get your hands on some. But some people they're not going to do it. They're not. Some people are. They want to. I got a friend, but he's into it. And matter of fact, I think I have another live, and I'll bring him up here. You know, they doing they understand. He understands it now. He understands it now. And I'm not, I'm not knocking nobody. You're late, but you're not really late because it's still kind of early. But I guess I was just fortunate enough to get into that early because I was curious about all of that digital money and stuff like that years before a lot of other people. I've been ahead of my time, you know what I'm saying, and people that tell you that, like, he's been ahead of time for years, like, he kind of was a trendsetter on a lot of things before some of these other guys picked up on it. He was already on it. And I consider myself blessed to be able to have, been one of the few chosen ones to be fortunate in that manner. So at the end of the day, just watch out for what I just said, that Xerxes is going to do. It's going to like shatter and hopefully it does, because some of those humanitarian acts and things like that I said that I wanted to always do, I'll have the opportunity to do them. You know what I'm saying? Because right now people going, look around, man. There's going to be great responsibility that's going to be handed down a lot, just like the great wealth transfer. There's going to be a great wealth transfer, and there's going to be people that are going to come into a lot of that wealth there. It's going to ruin them, and then a lot of people, they're going to have such great responsibility and obligation, you know what I'm saying, to do noble humanitarian acts for all of humanity, because a lot of the other people, they're just, they're gonna, it's gonna be a sight to see. It's gonna be a sight to see, you know. But I'm gonna keep it busy. I'm your boy Swizzy. I appreciate y'all, man. Will's 35. You take care of yourself. Salam. You take care of yourself. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a safe holiday. If you travel, exchange. Peace.